Okay, so here we are. We're on the formation lap. Now, although I only got one lap... Oh, jeez. Now, I only got... We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. Although I only got one lap in, there were quite a few people who didn't get laps in or chose not to qualify. So we're not starting at the back like I thought we were going to be. We're actually going to be starting in P14 here, which isn't too bad. I believe we've got a 19-car field, so we're not quite at the back. Got a fairly diverse range of cars in here. Someone's having contact in front of us. It's a BMW. That is unlucky. But yeah, we've got a fairly decent range of cars in this field. A lot of Mercs, a lot of Mustangs, quite a few McLarens as well. So we're going to see how we get on. 20-minute race, so it's probably going to be around a 9-lapper or so for Spa. And we just got to try and get these tyres warmed up as much as we can before the green lights. Blanchimont. I've got a McLaren starting alongside me, the black one there. We're going to see how we can do. Basically, if we can just stay out of the mess at La Source and Eau Rouge, I reckon we can set ourselves up for maybe a top 10. We'll see how we go. But this is one of the lower splits. I am the number 2 car. But we're going to get the green in just one moment. They're really checking up here.
Green flag.
And away we go. Green flag down into La Source. What is going to happen? I'm going to go in the middle. Whoa, BMW's just been exit stage left over there. I'm going to try and get out of his way. And he's just clipped my rear left slightly. If I went any more to the right, I was going to hit that McLaren. He's just clipped my rear wheel. Got a Porsche in the wall in front of us. And this is going to get really ugly, because I'm not going to clear him before Eau Rouge. But over the hill, that's going to cost me a hell of a lot of time being stuck behind that Porsche. That is not good. But doesn't look like we have any damage. I'm lucky to be facing the right way after that. So it's all good. We're going to carry on, and we're going to be up a spot down into Les Combes. 3rd gear for the first time, just while the tyres are cold and while everybody is skirmishing in front of us. Everybody's sort of going a bit everywhere. The Porsche is making contact with the McLaren. I'm going to go to the left, back to the right, and then into Rivage. There's going to be no moves there, so not the ideal positioning. Into no-name corner. Mustang goes deep, forces the Porsche out wide. We're going to get a better exit than him due to that, and we're going to pick up another place. But I still do have another Porsche behind me as I've been hit quite bad. That's me up to 8 X's on lap 1 already, and there's a bigger accident in front. But I don't think I have damage. I think I'm okay. Down into the right-hander, Fania. Yeah, there's no damage. Wow, how lucky are we? Very, very lucky there indeed. But, geez, what a mess at the start. I'm up to 8 X's pretty unfairly, if I'm honest. Definitely deserve the 4X for the rear end there. Not really for turn 1. But it's okay. We will push on. No idea what position we're going to be in now, but we didn't really lose out that many, because as soon as we got rammed, the guys in front of me blew up. So I think we're actually going to neutral out in that regard. 6th gear into Blanchimont. Very nice, but now we've got to catch up with the pack in front into the bus stop. And this is the risk when you sign up for GD3, but you know, we're okay. We are going to survive. We are going to be P13, so we're actually going to gain a position on this opening lap down into La Source, and going to get a fairly nice exit. The BMW is going to slow us up a little bit, and this is where we're going to have to try and play it smart, because this is where things begin to get ugly. I'm really being held up here too. I've got a lot more pace that I can use, but I can't really use it, and I'm trapped behind these guys. Down the Camel Straight, looks like I had the best of the exits, and I'm going to tuck it to the slipstream behind the Ferrari. Go to the right hand side. There now, so he's got to leave me some sort of room, and we're going to go down the inside, and that's a nice move up into P12. So good to see that we can clear these guys without little fuss. He didn't fight me too hard there, which is good. It's going to allow me to carry on second gear into reverse. Sounds like somebody got blown up. Martin there on the radio. Into no name. Around we go. Not too bad of a line through there, but up next is the BMW of Konstantin Boroseko. I believe I've said that correctly. Into left-hander. I'm going to see if I can get... I just need to get close. I need to be in that slipstream range, which is about 8 tenths per second, is the magic number we're looking for, at a 9-tenth gap at the moment. Third gear on lap 2. So really, isn't too long in this race. We're already 5 minutes in, so we really don't have that long to go. It's into the right-hander. That was a fairly nice line, and we are catching up that time. Oh, feels like I'm trying to suss out if it's damaged. I think there's a little bit of damage on the rear end because it doesn't quite feel as grippy and as sucked into the floor as it normally does, especially through Stavolo there. I've noticed that quite a lot. These guys are battling in front, and they're really benefiting from that slipstream. They're sort of just towing each other along. Ooh, they've made contact into the chicane, and the Porsche dives into the pits, probably because he's got a meatball. So that is us up into P11 now. He's up towards turn 1. I got a Mustang, I believe that is a Mustang, behind me, who is looking fairly speedy in this race. We'll see what happens with him, but the focus is not behind, the focus is in front, trying to catch this Bimmer, because, I mean, it's hard to tell if he's quicker than me, because he had the slipstream. I don't think he is. I mean, we're going to gain a 10th there. Really drag out that gear, like I said in qualifying. Up to the top, we're going to gain another 10th, so yeah, it does look like I do at least have some sort of pace on this guy. 4th gear down into the Lake-on chicane. Use some of that green AstroTurf before getting it turned in for the left. And then 3rd gear for Malmedy, the right-hander. There's got a car off in front. Where is he? Is he in the middle of the circuit? He is not. He has rejoined. That is there. Cal Rule has been off the track. I think it's just been tapped into a spin. So don't think he'll have too much damage. This Mustang is all over me at the moment. Really quite quick. So he is going to be one to watch. I might not fight him too hard, because if I let him go, it means that he has a better chance of catching the BMW. So I might let him go before Blanchimont. We'll see how close we get to the BMW here. Hopefully that gives him some sort of advantage, and I will tow him along before letting him go. Down into the right-hander. He's going to get on that gravel. A small lift into Stavolo, but we were much better through there. Now up towards Blanchimont. He is flashing me, which lets me know that he is intending on coming through. Remember, I'm just going to slipstream him the whole way up the chicane. Or up towards Blanchimont, I mean. And I'm going to dive out of his way at the last moment. There you go.
Left side. Clear, clear, clear.
And now
clear.
it is up to him to catch the BMW. And if he doesn't, I'm going to make his life hell. Don't need to flash me, dude. It's all good. I'm letting you go. Don't need to flash. Up towards turn 1.
19.455. There you go, buddy. That was a good lap.
First gear into La Source. But yeah, he's already taken a chunk of time. Already taken a chunk of time out of that BMW. So, my plan is working already. We've also got another car just going up the hill in front. That could be another position late in this race. And down the straight, he's got this gap down to 1.6 seconds, 1.5 seconds, which is what it was when I let him past. And then on the brakes, just going to get those wipers on. The windscreen was a bit dirty from the first lap, so want to make sure that I can see as well as possible. Visibility is a big thing in racing, and I always like to be able to see down into the right-hander of Rivage. BMW pulling out a little bit of time on me through there, but critically losing time to the Mustang. We're in 12th at the moment, we've got 11 minutes to go, so there is still time to make up ground in this race. Through the right hander we go. Fairly nice there. He's got that gap down to 1.3 seconds, and I'm sort of hoping the BMW will make a mistake, because I would like to capitalise from this as well. That is the end goal. And he's really pulled a lot of time through the middle part of this lap. Has the BMW. Oh, and there's a really nasty bump on the inside of Stavolo there, which is really unsettling the car. Up towards Blanchimont, we're going to see what happens. I'm hoping for a few more accidents. I really am, but we're just going to have to wait to see if they come in. They're battling by the looks of things up at the chicane, so that gives me a little bit of hope. Second gear for the turn-in for the right-hander, and then first gear for the left-hander. That is how you maximise the pace through there. What sort of lap time is this going to be? This is going to be a 2:19.1. That would have been nice to do in qualifying. Alas, it's not going to happen. Second gear on the way out. And this is just the phase of the race, the phase of these videos where we just sort of settle in for a rhythm. And hopefully the guys in front begin to make errors. Sixth gear, heading up Eau Rouge. And Clarion is within 4/10 of the BMW. So this is looking good. Up towards the top. Is he going to have a look? He is not going to have a look. He's just a little far back. And that BMW driver is fairly quick and fairly confident on the brakes by the looks of things, isn't he? Managing to hold that Mustang off. We gained a bit of time through there. That was my best line yet. Poulet-Com. And then staying all the way to the inside for Rivage. And not really using much of the track there. I need to be using a bit more down the hill. We're on lap 5, so yeah, this is still looking like it is going to be a 9-lap race. My guess, or my educated guess, was correct, although I'm not really that educated, especially when it comes to numbers. I'm usually pretty terrible. I've got this Ferrari bearing down on me now too. So we're looking at him being a threat soon. Through the Fagnes chicane. Never really been a big fan of that corner. I do love Spa, but I've never been a big fan of the Fagnes chicane. Down into the right-hander. There we go. This Ferrari's really picked up the pace a bit. Through Stavolo. What is that Mustang able to do? I really need him to start battling. Turns out we didn't have as much pace in this race as I thought I was going to have. Sort of languishing around here at the back. Obviously, whatever's going on the back end doesn't really help too much. That Mustang might go for a move though. Hello. Down to the chicane.
Is the fastest car on the racetrack. 16.87.
Oh, there we go. Not too bad of a line through there, but yeah, they are starting to pull away. They are slipstreaming together at the moment. We've done an 18.9. That's a fairly nice lap, all things considered. Down into turn 1 again, but now it's going to be turning to defending from the Ferrari. He's 7/10 behind, which is not the best gap in the world. Down towards Eau Rouge, they're 3/10 apart in front, so that is going to be a battle by the looks of things. At the end of the Camel Straight, we're going to see if the Mustang can get close. Yeah, he can get close. Look at that, he's tucked up right behind. Is there going to be an accident there? I'm hoping there is. He's going to try to go around the outside. Nothing doing for the Mustang. So, but what it has done is it has cost them a little bit of time. If they keep doing that, then it's going to drag us right into that fight. It cost them half a second there. Second gear on the way in. And around we go. I'm going to get close. Wow, they're 1/10 apart as they head down towards Pillon. This Ferrari is looking very quick at the moment. Very, very quick indeed. Fourth gear. Around we go. And they're still going at it. Into the right hand up. Nice line. That was one of the best I've taken it so far in this race. And then a hard brake.
A little rough up there in front of you, so let's
Oh, and the BMW is gone. There you go, that's what we were looking for. BMW is off. Mustang might have damage. He has lost a second because of that. And yeah, I wonder if he has damage. Would we be able to catch him? But don't know if they hit each other. But there you go, we're back up into P11. And a P10 might just be on the cards if this Mustang is bent up. Still got the Ferrari behind me, so the threat is not over from behind. Second gear into the right-hander. First gear for the left. And 2.1 seconds is the gap. That is doable. They're battling in front as well. Hopefully they might make a mistake too. First gear. And away we go again. 2.3 seconds is the gap, so doesn't look like he has any major problems. They're still battling up in front, so I'm banking on them also having an issue. That BMW is that 8 seconds behind, so he is not a threat anymore in this event. And we really seem to have the legs on the Ferrari going up the hill, down the straight, which is good. Means I can keep him behind in the critical areas. They're really losing time in front of me now, which is good. And up to fourth, into fourth. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Somebody is off the road. Who is that? That is one of the Mercedes we saw earlier in the race. We are now up into P10. That was P6 in this race going off, and that was damage to the rear wing. So he's had a big off somewhere. I reckon there might be damage to a car in front if you're looking at that much damage on the car that is off the road. Alex Rouleau, 4th place, is now 4 seconds ahead. So obviously he got tangled up with him. So I'm banking on that. We're just banking on incidents now. It is that phase of the race where we're just banking on incidents. They're still battling up in front. So this is well and truly not over. Down into Fania. 4 minutes 20 to go. So we're in the twilight of this race. I think Alex Rouleau has damage. He's just lost 2 seconds in the middle sector on the Mustang in front of us. Yeah, there is definitely damage to whatever car that is. I think that is a Ferrari. And around the right-hander we go. Up to 5th gear. The Ferrari behind is just in the slipstream. So I'm going to have to watch him. Up to Blanchimont. 6th gear. Get it turned in. Nicely done. And, whoa, the Mustang is going for a move. There is nothing doing there. And into the bus stop. Alex Rouleau does come into the pit, so he would have had a meatball. And we're up into P9 now. So all the time we are climbing places as everyone else is faltering. And this is where I need a good run.
Good job.
Compared to the Ferrari. This is where I seem to gain all the time back. Merc is fairly quick in a straight line, so it's working out well for us. They're still battling all the way up there. But top 10 looks on now, definitely. You just got to not make any mistakes, have any collisions, and we should be on for it, regardless if the Ferrari behind gets past or not. 5 laps until we run out of fuel. That is not a problem. We have less than 2 laps to go now. So we're all good. I'm just hoping that they battle more. That is what I really need to happen. I'm very slow through Les Combes. That is where I believe I'm losing most of my time. There's a lot of gravel on the track there. Ooh, and I've clipped the gravel myself. Not ideal. Second gear into Rivage. There we go. Nice line. Third gear. This Ferrari is all over me. You can see him in the mirrors. Filling those mirrors. And 5th gear through P1. Yeah, that was much nicer. Much, much better through there. There was a bit of tyre smoke we just went through. Someone might have had a bit of a slide. 3rd gear. And around you go. Not too bad. On the anchors for the right-hander. I reckon the next lap will be the last lap. So we've got 1 lap to hold off this Ferrari. And finish in 9th spot, which I don't think will be, considering we got a whack, or we got 2 whacks on lap 1, I don't think will be too bad of a result. Here he comes though, he's having a look. We're going to stay to the inside and take the racing line. 6th gear through Blanchimont. And we're going to do the old strategy of sitting in the middle of the road. There's a car off in the chicane. That is Cal again. And I wonder if he has damage. We're getting that gap right down to 1.4 seconds coming out of the chicane. The Ferrari lost time. He was distracted. But this is on. This is P8 we're looking at now. I wonder if he has damage. And I can catch that up. 1.1 seconds. He's going to get a bad exit out of the source. They're also battling in front again. So even they might come together. 0.8 of a second to the Aston Martin. What are we going to get done down the Camel Straight? 0.7. He looks like he must have some sort of aero damage. Up to 6th gear. We're not going to get there before the end of the straight. But it's going to set us up nicely for the rest of this lap. If I could just stay with him. Down to Lake Com. And this race has come alive on the last lap. With a very much position on the cards. 3rd gear. On the way through. 0.8 per second. Down towards Rivage. Hard on the brakes. He's taking a funky line there. We got cars off. Another car off. There he is. Oh, that's a bad place to be for the white Ferrari. I'm going to have to go down to 2nd for No Name Corner because of where that guy was. We're now up to 8th place. So now we're looking at 7th place instead. As the Aston goes very wide. That could well be a slowdown. I'm not sure about it. But through Blanchimont, he's off the road again. Oh man, this is going to be a really tight finish. Looks like he's really struggling in some of these corners, especially the high speed ones. So watch out for Blanchimont, as things might just get a little ugly. He seems okay in the slow speed. Into the right-hander, end of the lap. We're getting very close now. Doesn't look like they're going to keep battling in front. I had to lift out again for that bump. Gap is up to 1.3 seconds, so he's had a very nice run through Stavelo Corner. Is he going to make any sort of mistake going through Blanchimont? Does not look like it. We're up to 6th gear, and through we go. Gap is going to stay at 1.4 seconds. I don't think we're going to get him, but it was a valiant effort. Into the chicane. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone very slightly wide, but no, it is not going to be enough. We are going to finish in 8th place. Oh, 4th place is in the pits. Hold on. Is that going to be 7th? Across the line? No, it is going to be 8th place there. Not too bad of an effort at the end of that. Very nicely done. There we go. Good racing, everybody. GG, thank you. A lot of fun. There we go. It's going to be Georges Hellenbach who takes the win in the number 4 car. We're going to be P8, so not a bad effort. There we go. So, hopefully you all enjoyed that video. That was another iRacing official. Pretty intense racing. Very, very intense. But I don't think we did too bad considering how the start of it went. So, that is going to be it from me. Stay safe, have an awesome day, make good choices, and I've got a very awesome video coming out tomorrow, which will be quite good. But until then, see you later. Bye, viewers.